Hi, sixth graders. I just wanted to go over a few things from the Google form from yesterday before you take your quiz. So right now I'm looking at the first problem that was on our Google form. So right away I can see that it's a trapezoid. I don't know how to find the area of a trapezoid, but I could break this up into shapes that I do know how to find the area of. So right now I see a triangle, but then that leaves this other trapezoid shape that I still don't know how to find the area of. So I'll also break this into another triangle. All right, so again, I have triangle, let's call it A, rectangle B, triangle C. So we'll start with triangle A, okay? Base times height. 6 times 2 is 12. But then remember, for triangles, you have to divide by 2. So 12 divided by 2, the area of this triangle is 6 inches squared. Now, I think a lot of you are getting confused because you only need to divide by 2 when you have triangles. If you're dealing with a rectangle like this, you do not need to divide by 2. All the rectangle is length times width. So 10 times 6, we get 60 inches squared. And now we're looking at this third triangle that we don't see any dimensions for. But if the height is 6 over here, then the height's 6 over here. So we know the height is 6 inches. And then we're also given that the whole entire length here is 15. And then we're given this is 2, and then this is 10. So if this is 2 and this is 10, from here where my first finger is to here where my marker is, this whole thing has to be 12. So this missing piece then is 15 minus 12, so we end up getting 3 inches. Again, remember, don't just assume that if this is 2 over here, then this is 2. That's not always the case. We had to do a little subtraction. We actually found out that it was 3. So now we have the base, 3 times the height, which is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 18, it's a triangle, divided by 2, we get 9 inches squared. So if we add up all of these things, 60 plus 9 plus 6, we end up getting 9 plus 6 is 15. We end up getting 75 inches squared for that one. All right. And the last one I did want to go over really quick was number 3. And that was a very similar problem. Sometimes the base and the height aren't given right away. You may need to do some subtraction for them. So this one looks like this. All right, so we have our triangle, 4 inches there, 6 inches, 5 inches as the height, and the whole entire length is 12 inches. All right, so the same exact thing as before, okay? I'm gonna label this triangle A. Okay, I don't know the shape of this, but I could break it into another triangle. I'll label this rectangle B, and then we'll call this C. So again, area of this triangle is 4 times 5, which is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10 inches squared. And again, we divide it by 2 because it's a triangle. This is not a triangle. We do not need to divide it by 2. We just do length times width. 6 times 5, we get 30 inches squared. Now again, if the height over here is 5, the height over here is 5. So this is 5 inches as the height. Now we need to figure out what this base is. Again, they give you that this hole from here to here is 4. From here to here is 6. So that means from where my finger is here to where my marker is here, 4 plus 6 is 10. So from here to here is 10. If the whole thing is 12, this remaining section then, 12 minus 10 is 2 inches. So now I can do base times height. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 divided by 2, because it's a triangle, is 5 inches squared. And if we add up 30 plus 10 plus 5, 30 plus 10 is 40. 40 plus 5 is 45 inches squared as our area. So when I was looking through the Google Forms, those were the 2 questions that a lot of people kept getting incorrect. So make sure for your quiz today, okay, when you're breaking up those shapes, you can draw this shape on a separate piece of paper. I think it's easier instead of looking at a computer screen to kind of see it on a piece of paper and map things out. So I would suggest drawing out your shape, all right? And make sure triangles are the only ones that you're dividing by 2, not rectangles or parallelograms. Parallelograms are just either base times height or length times width. A triangle is the only shape that you do base times height divided by 2. All right? Have a good day.